Hey, big brother, I heard you coming back out there and saying, hey, preacher man, did that make a difference? You said, hey, preacher man, did that make a difference? That sure did make a difference on my end. Sorry about the slow key. We'll be getting this video gate rolling up in JD's Watergates. Preacher man on the Smoky Hills, and we on the mail. But a train wreck, or nothing but a train wreck, or nothing but a train wreck. All I pulled out of that whole mess was a little bit of Charlie Brown in the mag. Preacher man on the Smoky Hills with this video gate rolling, and we'll sit back and listen.
Hey, baby! Hey, preacher man. What are you preaching on them 12 pills? Mountain Dew in this race line. Mountain Dew in the race line.
Hey, Mountain Dew, I heard you roll up in there in fine style. Hey, Mountain Dew in the Razorback. Preacher man over here on these Smoky Hills, just trying to get it done. Hey, Mountain Dew, sounding good as always. Preacher man, back on the mail.
Hey, roger that, preacher man. Sure appreciate it.
I got most of that key there, man. I heard most of it there, man, and it got rough and tough, man. I don't know what's going on with Mother Nature. I think she had a little too much to drink. But anyway, my friend Mountain Dew in the Razorback, preacher man on these Smoky Hills, and we're back listening.
Hey, preacher man. Hey, all right there, preacher man. I know it's rough and tough.
You come there and say, hey, preacher man, I know it's rough and tough, and then it turned into that hornet's nest again. They bring it on back in there one more time, because you come up in there with some audio that time, man. You come on up in there with some audio that time. Preacher man, Tennessee, back listening.
Oh, hello there. Good evening time, Mr. Pound Puppy. Long time no speak. Brother sounding good up in my receiver. That old 40-foot Yagi is going to do the trick. Sounding all kind of good, Pound Puppy. More.
Hey, 329 on that rinky-dink station. 329 on that little rinky-dink station. Preacher man on the Smoky Hills waving.
What did we do? Anyway, hey, that old Yankee's doing his thing. Mr. Pound Puppy, I'm doing this Razorback. We're pulling back and listening to your radio show. We'll see you.
That better Renegade, North Carolina. You copy Dilligaff 35, Spring, Texas. We're trying break.
Hey, Dilligaff 35. Dilligaff 35. Preacher man, Tennessee, waving.
We're going to wave right back, preacher man. Man, you sounded good here in Texas. Right back out in the Bayou country.
Alright, Dilligaff. Hey man, you say some of them flowers for yourself, because you cruising on up in the Smoky Hills in fine style. Mr. 35 Dilligaff in Spring, Texas. Preacher man on the Smoky Hills. You made the gate in JD's Watergates. We got a live gate going there, Dilligaff. Preacher man. Working these 12 Japanese soldiers. Moving on.
Oh yeah, they working, man. Preacher man, them 12 Japanese soldiers are working. They sounding real good here in Spring.
Hey, 75, this is Watergate still rolling. Hey, 75, Charlie Brown keyed about a minute. I want to know if the Watergate still rolling. Hey, 75, this is Watergate still rolling. Hey, 75, Charlie Brown knows it got down.
Hey, Charlie Brown. Hey, Charlie Brown, you on my gate. Hey, Charlie Brown, I got you on my gate. Preacher Man, Tennessee, back on the mail.
Yeah, right on. I'll be on 1.
Hey, 043. Hey, 043, coming on up in there with that good audio. Hey, 043, man, sounding good around my hood on the Smoky Hills. 043, Preacher Man, Tennessee, waving.
I appreciate that way too, brother. I appreciate you taking the time out to wave that hand at a little brother like me while I'm bringing this old antique down to Soul Station. Preacher Man sounded all kind of good in the Bayou Country on 043. The heavyweight, the complete modulated mud duck in the swamp got down.
Hey, 043, if you a mud duck, then I don't want to know what I am. Hey, 043, I said if you are a mud duck, then I don't know what I am. 043, just Preacher Man working these 12 pills on the Smoky Hills, and we getting on up.
Alright, Preacher Man, you take care and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Sounding all kind of good down in the Bayou Country. Just want to wave that way your way. Oh, 043, the big red wave the small right down. Hey, Preacher Man can't hear too good. That Preacher Man can't hear too good. Hey,
No, you don't get back on Preacher Man. I'll 305 and go all angels cry.
Hey, 305, well, I heard you grow up in there that time. Hey, 305, there was some big old malls in there, man. Hey, 305, New Orleans, Preacher Man, looking your way.
Sure, you're right when you know you're right, Preacher Man. I was about to hang it up, man. I told you 2 times and 3 times was enough, no doubt about it. Hello, Preacher Man. Welcome to the weekend, Mr. 305 in New Orleans. 85, bad news, bad news. Hey, 185, you go back to
Alright, 305. 305, New Orleans. You know who it is, the Preacher Man on these Smoky Hills, and we back on the mail.
Yo, Preacher Man around the Smoky Hill, 346 BYU. Yo, Preacher Man, 346, working them 200 bird in the BYU stepping.
Hey, 346, boy, you just coming there with that 200 bird and cleaned out my receipt. Hey, 346, yo, 200 bird was just coming there and cleaned out my receipt. 346 in the BYU, Preacher Man back at it. Let's go.
Alright, Preacher Man, appreciate it, big brother. You sounding good. BYU, it must be that big because it ain't the power, I guess it's what's on that tower. Hey, Preacher Man, it ain't the power. What's up on that tower? Me and them 200 bird on that 40-foot sixes is getting down.
Hey, 185.
Hey, them 200 bird on that 40-foot six doing its job. Hey, that 200 bird on that 40-foot six is doing its job. 346. Hey, man, we got a live gate rolling in JD's Water Gates on Facebook. Go check it out, man. You'll be jumping up and down when you hear what that radio sound like on the Smoky Hills. 346, Preacher Man back on the mail.
Alright, Preacher Man, I sure appreciate it, big brother. You sounding good, man. Preacher Man, 346 BYU, sitting on there listening, getting down.
Right down right about now. Hey, you better get up on a little more than them 200 birds. Hello, Preacher Man on 043 in the Bayou right now.
Hey, 043, you rode on up in there in fine style, man. But he already unkeyed, though. But you said he gonna have to get more than 200 birds. That's what you said, man. I'm just keeping it rolling at 5 and keeping it alive. Hey, 043, Preacher Man, Tennessee, back at it.
We heard 018 out there a few weeks ago.
Hey, Preacher Man, Smoky Hill, 440.
018.
You know what the good is?
Hey, you know who it is. Break it right up.
I think you said 44 out there. You was 44 or 441. I didn't catch all of it. But anyway, Preacher Man, Tennessee, waving. All right, 441 New Orleans. I got it all that time because you said it all. 441 New Orleans, Preacher Man, Tennessee, back on the mail.
Hard drive. Oh, yo. Break up. Copy. Just move it down and let you. Because you said it all.
Bye, 441. Bye. Bye.
DX land. 155 in that diesel wagon, waving that hand across the land. 155 in that diesel wagon down here on US 278.
How about it out there, DX Land, Southeast Arkansas, 888 looking breaker.
Hey, 888 Arkansas, boy, you rode up in there in fine style, and 155 in the diesel wagon rode up in there out there on US 278. Hello, 888. Hello, 155. Preacher Man, Tennessee, back on the mail.
AAA working now, shockwave.
Charlie Brown.
888, you working at Shockwave in Southeast Arkansas, man. I heard it in there. It was rough and tough, but 888, I heard you say you was working at Shockwave in Southeast Arkansas. Hey, 888, ain't nobody but Preacher Man working these 12 pills on the Smoky Hills, and we getting on up.
Alright, Preacher Man, with them 12 pills around that Smoky Hill, man, they're working for you down here in Arkansas. I can't stay long when it's on pogo stick. I just have to let Mother Nature set me down and let her do her thing. Oh, 888 Arkansas, working this broke down Cobra 29. I'll see you. Bye.
Keep on bouncing on that pogo stick, 888. 888, keep on bouncing on that pogo stick, because that was all you that time around. Hey, 888, keep on bouncing on your pogo stick, because you doing your thing, Cotton Pig out of Southeast Arkansas. Hey, 888, we live in JD's Watergates on Facebook. Preacher Man, Smoky Hills, back on the mail.
Hey, Terry Roger, Preacher Man. Hey, Preacher Man, it's a Mother Nature. Preacher Man, Smoky Hills. How about that, Preacher Man, Smoky Hills? 45, Mississippi, waiting, good evening.
Hey, 445. Hey, 445. Radio Man, I got you on the gate. Hey, 445. I got you on the gate. Live in JD's Watergates. Preacher Man waving.
Right back there, Preacher Man, you sound real good, man. Hey, I gotta get my gate rolling on this end. Hey, Preacher Man, while you're rolling live in JD's Watergates, you sound real good in Mississippi. 445 told you that.
Alright, 445. Alright, 445. As always, man, you be sounding good around my hood on the east end of 10. Hey, 45. Preacher Man, just working these 12 Japanese soldiers on the Smoky Hills.
Out there calling me out there around the Kakalaki.
Well, you got them 12 soldiers marking in line, too. You got them 12 that fucking Japanese soldiers marching in line. 4043, the big heavyweight in the swamp, baby.
You say 403 in the swamp. You said I got them thing walking in the line. I think you said 403 in the swamp. Tell me if I'm wrong. Preacher Man, Tennessee, listening.
You got them dirt players stepping in step, perfect time. Smoking down in the bay. Station in the swamp, bay.
Alright, 403. I heard every word because you said every word, man. It got rough and tough in there, man, but I heard every word you said. Hey, 403. We be behind them with a whip, man. Hey, 403. I got 2 6LF6s hitting them 12 Japanese soldiers. Hey, 403 in the Bayou Country. Preacher Man working his old broke down audio.
Hey, Preacher Man, that's 043. Hey, Preacher Man, 043. While I'm down here bringing this all Cape modulation station in the swamp bay.
043, 043, 043. I got it right that time. 043. I got a little dyslexic there. Hey, 043. Preacher Man say, I'm tired. It's been a long week. Breaker.
Here in Arkansas.
I sure appreciate it. Hey, Preacher Man, I sure do appreciate it, man. I'm gonna get it wide to the side. I know everybody jumping up and down trying to get on that gate. Wave that wave. But I wanted to bump it down and say happy New Year. I wanted to see what old Mother Nature had in store for me. So 043, the heavyweight, the big man, the swamp got down.
Hey, she got a lot in store for you, 043. I think you having an affair with Mother Nature. Hey, 043, I think you be being a Mother Nature's sugar daddy. Hey, 043, preacher man on the Smoky Hills, and we're stepping. Hey, Mr. Terrific, before you shut that thing down, man, I just want to give a shout out. Hey, Mr. Terrific, before you shut that thing down, look at Preacher Man on the Smoky Hills. Cracker Jack, 41, Cracker Jack, Preacher Man on the east end of 10, break.
How about it out there around DX? How about it out there around DX Land? Hard Drive, 888 Arkansas radio station, looking breaker. Come on, Cracker Jack. Looking for a conversation, baby.
Hey, you coming out of Bighorn looking for a conversation? Look on up here at the Smoky Hills. Who was that coming out of Bighorn looking for a conversation? Preacher Man on these Smoky Hills say, I talk, let's go, break.
Oh, 888 working this Mother Nature out here on my way, breaker.
Cracker Jack, 41 Cracker Jack, 41 Cracker Jack, Preacher Man, Tennessee, 41 Cracker Jack, let's go.
Waving right back.
Hey, boy, I bet I could get 38 bucks.
The coax another time there. Guys, speed right back.
Hey, 38 Black Gold. Hey, 38 Black Gold. Look at Preacher Man. Hey, 38 Black Gold. Look at Preacher Man with his live video gate rolling. Break.
29 Florida. Hey, Preacher Man, you gotta be so loud, so obnoxious around New Orleans, Preacher Man. Oh, Preacher Man, on 305 in New Orleans, that's why. It's 38 Black Gold,
Hey, 305, boy, you still got them conditions out there around East Tennessee. Hey, 305, you still doing your thing around East Tennessee. 305, Preacher Man, Tennessee, back at it.
Man, Preacher Man, 340. Preacher Man, you can get up in there with that 200 bird. I'll try one more time, Preacher Man, 346, getting down.
Hey, 346. Hey, 346. I ain't trying to start nothing, man, but I'm just going to call it like it is. Hey, 346. You just cut 305 slap off, man. Oh, 305 down there in the Mobile in the Bayou. You just rolled up in there with your 200 bird and your 40-foot-6 and did your thing. 346. Preacher Man, back at it.
Hey, Preacher Man, you better stay on it, because I'm going to bring this 305 with me. Hey, preacher man telling you better stay on it, 'cause I'm alive.
Before Roger, right on there, preacher man. All right, big brother, I appreciate it, man. You sounding good as always. Preacher man, 346 getting down.
Alright, 346. Alright, 346. Good to put it on you again, big brother. That's for sure. You still sounding good around my hood. And 305, man, you held it in there, 305. Hey, 305, you held it in there for a minute, man, but then he just rolled on up on there. Hey, 305, preacher man looking.
I know it's that Mother Nature. It's nothing but Mother Nature, preacher man. Preacher man,
200 bird, 200 bird, 200 bird.
200 bird, 200 bird, 200 bird, 200 bird. That's what I heard. Preacher man, Tennessee, back on the mail.
How about it, preacher man?
410, Mr. Preacher man, meaning that 200 bird in the southern Louisiana getting down.
Preacher man. 305 in New Orleans, got down.
Alright, 305, alright, 305. But that 200 bird rolled on up in there again. Anyways, Mr. 346, Mr. 305, two 10-8 operators in my receive. Preacher man, Tennessee, and we're back on the mail.
410, Mr. Preacher man, 346. Working at 346, bill $2,000, getting down.
When the boys like that, but I do it this time.
I'll leave him on the mile that time, 346. That $2,000, that $2,000 be smoking, man, that's for sure. Hey, 346, you need a fire extinguisher, man, because that cop bigger be smoking up here on the Smoky Hills. Hey, 346, preacher man, Tennessee.
Well, Roger, right on, man. You talking about that, boy, you reminded me. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I have to get one of them copies.
I'm back on the top. On 305 in New Orleans, and I'll ride back on top. I'll see ya.
Hey, 346. Hey, 346. Oh, 305. He come on up in there that time. Oh, Mother Nature just playing games. That's what it is. Hey, 346. Red 305 just rolled on back up in there, and he said, I'm going to come on top this time. And he did it. Hey, 346. 305. Y'all some 10-8 operators, man. That's for sure. Preacher man, Tennessee. And we back on this mail.
Yeah, they ain't working but 200 bird right there, man. I got my big boy sitting right there beside of me. But I got my electrician to hook this cotton picker up. Oh, Mr. Preacher man, me and that 200 bird.
Ain't you lying? Preacher man, your 305 is quiet.
I had to give that a 346 right there, man. I heard both of y'all in there, but old 346 just got that punching audio. That 346 just got that punching 346 built audio. Hey, 346, I ain't far off, man. I run 350 built, so I'm only 4 ahead. Hey, 346, preacher man, working his 350 built radio, getting on up.
Man, full Roger right on. That configure doing a thing too, big brother, no doubt. All right, Preacher man, I'm going to ease this configure to the side. 346, BYU stepping.
All right, 346, bye.
Like that, man. We won't get nowhere. Hey, I call it. Tell that bus like I want you to 1097. 101. Follow well as well. Nightcrawler, quarantine.
Out there looking for conditions on the northeast corner? Who was that out there looking for conditions on the northeast corner? Preacher man, Tennessee, being nosy.
That's all we're trying to say. Preacher man, Tennessee. Tennessee. What are you being nosy about, Preacher man? 441 got trying to get it to you, brother.
Hey, 441, you did it in fine style too. Hey, 441, you did that in fine style, too. There's somebody else out there hollering at the preacher man, but then you rolled on up in there and you said, preacher man, we're going to try to get it to you. Mr. 441, preacher man, Tennessee listening.
Hey, Roy.
somebody say, preach a man, and I heard New Orleans getting on up. Preach a man on the Smoky Hills, and we gonna sit back and listen.
Who's that up around the Smoky Hills? Who's that up around the Smoky Hills? Me nail driver in the cotton fields, bye.
Nail driver in the cotton field. My gosh, computer. My gosh, nail driver in the cotton fields. You rolling on up in my radio like that, man. Shoot, I'd feel bad if I didn't key down and talk to you. Hey, nail driver in the cotton fields. Preacher man on the east end of 10, looking your way.
Check, preacher man. Check, preacher man. Sounded good in the mag. Sounded good in the mag in these cotton fields. I'm nail driver. Wishing you a happy weekend. Bye.
Alright, nail driver, I heard it all because you set it off from them cotton fields in the mag. Hey, nail driver, you made the gate live in JD's Watergates on Facebook, man. Go check it out. Hey, nail driver, you listen to that gate and you're going to jump up and down. Nail driver, ain't nobody but Preacher Man whipping these 12 Japanese soldiers on the Smoky Hills getting on up.
Check, preacher man. When you do it like that, we have to bump it right back down, no doubt about it. Top to the end to you, preacher man. Be nail driver reading this, man. Preacher man, 31, Bighorn, Dallas, brother.
Alright, nail driver, I'm going to say bye. And 31 Dallas, you roll up in there too, man. Hey, 31 in the Big D, Dallas. Preacher man over here on the far east end of 10, about 15 miles from that Kakalaki border, getting on up.
Yeah, hey, preacher man, nail driver want to know where the gate at. Preacher man, nail driver want to know where that gate is, bang. I stand down.
Alright, 31, I heard you rolling up in there, and then nail driver rolled up in there too. Hey, nail driver, it's in JD's Watergates. JD's Watergates on Facebook, man. And if you look up Preacher Man Radio on YouTube, I'll try to upload it there. I don't know if I can though, but JD's Watergates, we live and in color right now on Facebook. Preacher Man, back at it.
Check your radio.
Hey, 31 Dallas, you still out there? Hey, 31 Dallas, Preacher Man looking.
Hey, preacher man, that was 27. Hello, preacher man, 27 in Dallas.
Alright, 27, you rolled on up in that gate too. Hey, 27, you rolled on up in my video gate. Mr. 27, Preacher Man, Tennessee, and we're listening. Alright, 27. It got rough and tough, that key, man, but I heard most of what you said. Hey, 27, Preacher Man, Tennessee, and we're gonna sit back and we're gonna copy the mail. You and your great big old brown plane made the Watergate and JD's Watergates. Preacher Man on the Smoky Hills, and we'll say bye.
Burger, fat burger. I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to out there this afternoon. He was out here in the mobile, out here waiting. Break.
151 Central Oklahoma, 151 Central Oklahoma, Preacher Man, Tennessee, listening. My Lord, it was rough and tough, man. It sounded like a whole bunch of hornets buzzing around in my radio. I said, I'm going to have to go get me some of that wasp and hornet killer and see if I can take care of that radio. Preacher Man on them Smoky Hills, and we're back on the mail.
Man, this is where
man, I like that reverb in there that you had earlier. I like that reverb in there better than you sounding right now, man, I guarantee it. Preacher man, put that reverb back in that big old audio.
I can't put the reverb back in right now because I'm using my iPad to run the gate. I said I gotta run this old dirty audio for a little bit because I got my iPad running the gate. Hey, 38 Oklahoma, I heard you come in there and say you like that reverb better, but we're gonna run it like this for just a little bit. Preacher man whipping them 12 Japanese soldiers on the Smoky Hills getting down.
38, Black Gold with the evening time saving. I'll back you out.
On one of them there video gates, I get up into the 20th century or above the 21st century. How do you get me?
Lord have mercy, man. I ain't worn that bikini in years, man. I don't think it's stretch only.
Yeah, I heard you in there talking about getting up in there in one of them video gates and being in the 20th or the 21st century, but then old 38 and the Black Gold keyed up, and boy, I lost everything but him. But anyway, that big brother out there that said he want to get up on the video gate and get up with the times, old preacher man sitting here listening live in JD's Watergates.
Preacher man in my ear right about now. I guarantee you he's got it going on out there. The old conditions is in his favor, I guarantee it. Hey, Nightcrawler, we'll kick you back in there whenever I can hear you. 38, copy in the mail.
Hey, 38, we doing it to each other, big brother. Hey, 38, we doing it to each other, big brother, because you all out here and I'm all you here. Hey, 38 and the Black Gold, preacher man bumping it down one time.
Just poor preacher man. All right, Colin, man, we'll get back with you, man. I guarantee it's just rough in there over here. There's a couple of people in there, but hey, I got most of that there, that down there. Most of the time I get you all the way in there, Nightcrawler. I don't know what the deal is here. Maybe it's just my end on the old condition side. 38, Black Gold, waving it back out.
Who was that big brother I heard roll up in Arizona out there? I heard some big old station roll up out there in Arizona. Preacher man, Tennessee, listening.
Video gates, Fat Burger, Southern California. Well, I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a Fat Burger today.
Hi, Colin. Always a pleasure, man. No doubt about it. It's always sounding good up there. The old conditions lifted up, and there's no doubt about that. Hey, have a good day. We can't wait to you, my friend. 38 Black Gold. Back out. Have a good day.
Oh,
You sure doing a job down here in Texas right now. You're making a tree toss any pies right here is going really wild. Got it right.
Man, I can't get in no more. This little red pokey dot one, man. I just can't get in there no more. It outrode that rascal. 38 back out.
There's a lot of more riders on that over there. Well, we sure have to.
Mercy, thanks a lot. All right, Blue Boy, have a good one, buddy. We're going to get in here and watch this program that just come on here. 38 back out. Time to get a cue with it. Come on.
Right back 804, you see it. All right, well, sound good in the pickup truck, big brother. You got a copy on that 804? Johnny, overhand, 804, right in there. No doubt. Hey, Blue Boy. Calling you. Can't understand a word nobody's saying. 616, Fireman, North Central Arkansas. We're going to be reading this mail.
Hey, 616. Hey, 616. Preacher man, Tennessee, rolling his live video gate. You rode up in there in fine style. 616, Arkansas. Preacher man, East 10, Great Break.
Preacher man, can I get on that gate? Oh, preacher man, Mr. Slim in the Bayou Country, so can you get on that gate? Preacher man, Mr. Slim in the Bayou Country, baby.
Alright, Mr. Mr. Slim, oh yeah, you can get on that gate. When you do it like that, you put yourself on the gate. Hey, Mr. Slim in the Bayou Country, preacher man on these smoky hills, and they're listening.
Well, I joined that preacher man in the smoky hills, no pain, no strain. From the down on his hill, preacher man, your friend in the Bayou Country, deep in these swamps, got down.
Hey, Mr. Slim, it's in JD's Watergates. Mr. Slim, we live in JD's Watergates on Facebook. Preacher man, Tennessee, back on the mail.
I got it, preacher man. You see it's live on TV. Get me an internet one of these days, preacher man, and I'll be able to check all that stuff out. Well, one of these days I'll get me the internet for the first time in my life, and maybe I'll be able to check some of that stuff out. 38, back out.
Hey, 38, you might get a big head if you check some of that stuff out. Hey, 38, your head might swell up if you hear yourself on them gates, man, because I'm telling you what, man. Hey, 38, you 10 acres straight on the Smoky Hills, that's for sure. 38, preacher man, waving.
Yeah, we're on up there. Well, maybe one of these days I'll check my house. I mean, you gotta get the job done up there. You got a gunny going over there, no doubt. 38, go back down the way.
You're making a good trip. Just a couple miles from this there. Old 271 Postmaster said that, and we're still.
Hey, 278 Postmaster, 278 Postmaster, preacher man, Smoky Hills, waving.
How about your preacher man? How about your preacher man? How about your preacher man? Said 46. I'm gonna get on that 38, yeah.
I think you said 46, 46, 46. Tell me if I'm wrong, preacher man, listening.
Coming through Texas, man. What kind of people you want? That's exactly what I said. 46, 46 in the big eye of Indianola, Mississippi. 46 in the big eye. Well, you have to put that 43 across. Hometown of B.B. King. The hometown of B.B. King. Go ahead, Breaker.
In the hometown of B.B. King. I heard every word because you said every word. 46 in the Magnolia, in the hometown of B.B. King. Hey, 46. It just be old preacher man over here on this east end of 10. We be in Davy Crockett's hometown. Oh no, that ain't near as good as B.B. King. But hey, 46. Preacher man broadcasting from the hometown of Davy Crockett. And we're back on the mail.
Man, that's something out there in the East Texas town. I didn't know about it. No doubt about it, son. I appreciate you putting my name in the Hall of Fame. I appreciate you putting my name in the Hall of Fame. No doubt about it. Getting down and here, about 50 feet. There was the old highway that headed down.
Bye, 46. Bye.
They take some real famous people like Bill, maybe even what's his name there you just mentioned, that's right beside my house here heading down to Texas. No doubt about that. We'll do it again. Let's do 46, back quiet, come on. North Central Arkansas, we're trying to sneak in. Well, did you come up? You got a sloppy cop on this station, Breaker. How about you Illinois. 9 Summit, Illinois. This is 46 in the Big Eye, Mississippi. Come on, Breaker. Try it again.
It's the hometown of B.B. King, well-known B.B. King. It's the 46 of Mississippi. Back to Wang. Don't give me off.
You said live wire? I think you said live wire going back at Shogun down in the boat. Come on. Come on, right?
Hey Shogun, hey Shogun, hey Shogun, preacher man with the gate rolling. Hey Shogun, preacher man with the video gate rolling, looking your way.
Down here in the bayou, preacher man, Shogun, waving and break.
Alright Shogun, alright Shogun, I just had to get you on that gate, Cotton Picker, because you sounded 10-8 straight. Hey Shogun, you know who said it, preacher man whipping them 12 Japanese soldiers on the Smoky Hills.
How about it, wild man? I've heard you in there a couple of times on the DX land. Mother Nature's just kind of up there a little bit. Oh, 616 in Arkansas's waving.
Okay, appreciate the comeback. Pressure's been up. I don't guess I can get this thing up there around Indiana. I don't guess I can get this thing up there around Indiana. Shogun in the bayou, read the mail.
Calling you to where I stand, what?
Yeah, so phone in Roger, Nightcrawler. Appreciate the comeback, Nightcrawler. I'll start to wave my hand.
Eagle 127 in the hog yard. Bigfoot, Arkansas, reading the mail.
Yeah, go ahead, 531. I kind of put the pedal down there.
I heard you out there, 3 or 4 of you out there, but it's rough and tough. And I don't have a separator in the line. Oh, Bigfoot.
I'm blaming any side. She just can't stand between all y'all. Y'all have to get what we're gonna get on the side here for a little while. Be rattlesnakes. Texas y'all making the trip, killing it.
Out there.
Hey Bigfoot, hey Bigfoot, preacher man Tennessee waving. Hey Bigfoot, preacher man says, get up on this gate on JD's Watergates on Facebook. Bigfoot, preacher man, one more time, break.
Hey, Preacher Man, I'm trying to ease in and out of here. The U-624 are we standing by? And I'm trying not to steal all his thunder. And here I am running my box. Think something over there for getting his name. Take a stand by. Hey, Preacher Man, sounding real good in the hog yard. Bigfoot waving right back at you.
Bigfoot, I just wanted to get you on the gate while I had it rolling, man. Hey Bigfoot, I just wanted to get you on the gate while I had it rolling. Hey Bigfoot, we just live in JD's Watergates on Facebook, and we're gonna get back on this mail.
Everybody out there that can hear old Bigfoot. My neighbor, 616, is on the frequency. You guys need to get him all stirred up. He don't have a separator either. Give old 616 a shout. See if he can get back to you. Old Bigfoot in the yard, back to reading the mail.
Hey 616, hey 616, come on up in this live video gate. 616, preacher man looking.
Let's start them up for you, fireman. They're all yours.
What's going on out here around this band? Zigzag. Zigzag, right, go rolling on.
Hey, Zigzag. Hey, Zigzag, Preacher Man, Tennessee, waving.
Boy, right there, right back, Preacher Man. Hey, Preacher Man, right there, right back. Sounding good out there on the band. Hey, Preacher Man, Zigzag, rolling on.
Alright, Zigzag. Alright, Zigzag. I just want to let you know, Big, I got you live and in living color on JD's Watergates on Facebook. Hey, Zigzag, we made you famous in the world of sound. Hey, Zigzag, just be Preacher Man whipping them 12 Japanese soldiers on the Smoky Hills, and we got on up.
Boy, right there, right back. You say you posting live in that JD's Watergate? I'm about to go check it out. I love watching those video gates. Hey, Preacher. Hey, Preacher. Hey, Preacher. You sound good. You sound good. Zigzag.
Hey, you got it. It's on JD's Watergates, man. JD's Watergates live right now. The last name's Cash.
Well, I'll be looking for it. I'll be looking for it. Now, I'll get you get back there. Some of these other people out there, some little playtime there. Hey, Preacher Man, we'll do what we can. Zigzag, roll on.
Bye, Zigzag. Bye. Bye.
Preacher Man, you copy live wire East Tennessee, hello?
I think you said 7-5.
Yeah, Live Wire, I got you in there, man. Hey, Live Wire, Preacher Man, up here in the northeast corner of 10. Let's go. We'll be up here in Greene County, Tennessee.
Greene County, sounding good over here as well.
Somebody out there in Tennessee, something dog. They got a little rough and tough. Old Bigfoot waving right back.
Don't be trying to turn this around now. I'll be scout, no doubt. I bet you would. Try.
Roger, 383. Got a good grip on you. Watch that little VFO slide there at the beginning. I need to get that put in this radio. It's in line of the radio. Sounding good in the hog yard. Old Bigfoot waving right back.
Well, somebody needs a holler. Let me know. Texas Hillbilly 329 getting out. Texas Hillbilly 329,
Hey, Texas Hillbilly. Hey, Texas Hillbilly, Preacher Man, Tennessee. Texas Hillbilly, Preacher Man on the east end of 10.
Sweet.
Well, that ground plane's getting the job done. Blowing smoke over here in the hog yard. Enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy your DX. Old Bigfoot's gonna take a standby. I hear that 29 Georgia up in here, 223 Cody.
Hello, 223. Hello, 223. Preacher Man on the east end of 10. Break.
Yes, I got a couple of them coming in there, Preacher Man. I think I got was one in there from Georgia, 223 Cody waving back.
Alright, 223. Hey, 223 Coyote, man. You sounding all kind of good in my hood on the east end of 10. Hey, 223 Coyote, go check out the gate live on JD's Watergates in Facebook. Sounding good. 223 Preacher Man back on the mail. Alright, 38. Bye. Who was that out there in the Big Horn asking me if I could come down to the Big Horn? Somebody said, hey, preacher man, come down to the Bighorn. Well, I'm coming down there. Let's ride.
Hey, preacher, Chief Walker talking, say you smoking down there like a big horn, man. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Going on. Oh, real white preacher, Chief Walker talking, baker. Stepchild say, how you doing, baby?
Chief Boggy Doggy, boy, you walking and a talking up here on the Smoky Hills. That's for sure, man. Sounding good around my hood. Old preacher man said it. Hey, Stepchild, I heard you roll up in there too. Mr. Stepchild, preacher man, Tennessee, back at it. Look at that blanket. Look at that blanket. Look at that blanket. Preacher man looking.
Hey, preacher man, I put a lot of sticks on these boys. Preacher Stepchild. Hey, don't take care of a friend. Stepchild. Long-winded mobile back quiet.
Stepchild, you stepped up. Stepchild, you stepped up and stepped in. Hey, Stepchild, that long-winded mobile just be preacher man, whipping them 12 Japanese soldiers into line on these Smoky Hills. Break, break.
Alright, Japanese soldier, we'll get that. Alright, man, take care, man. Tell Chief Walker Talker I say good evening to him, man. That's a friend. But I had a stick on him, too. Hey, preacher man, that's Stepchild. Bye-bye-bye.
Alright, Stepchild, you said to tell your friend Walkie-Talkie that you said hello. Hey, Stepchild, you said tell Walkie-Talkie that you said hello. I'm just rolling the 5 and keeping it alive. Hey, Stepchild, till we do it again, preacher man saying bye, 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 bye. Cornbread, and more cornbread. Hey, cornbread, where them beans at to go with the cornbread? Hey, cornbread, preacher man, working them 12 pills on the Smoky Hills, getting on up.
Hey, preacher man. Hey, preacher man.
Boy, it got rough and tough in there that time. Telling y'all what, it got rough and tough in there that time. Y'all gotta go watch the gate later on in JD's Water Gates. It got rough and tough, but I just heard cornbread, 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 cornbread. That's what I heard. Old preacher man, Tennessee, keeping it alive. Break, break.
That cornbread, he's gonna have to be taken out. You don't want to get good. Hey, preacher man, what's that now? Hey, preacher man, what it look like now? Bye. Preacher man, cornbread's what I'm soaking my toes with these butter beans I got down.
Hey, cornbread, you say you smoking your tires with them butter beans? Oh, Lord, cornbread, preacher man with a hearing problem. Break, break.
You coming through my receive, man. Hey, that what I said? That what I said? Toes and some butter like a butter beans. Good evening, Tom, preacher man, while you're spreading the word. Cornbread got down and gone. I'll see you. Bye.
Bye, cornbread, bye. Bye.
Man. You heard you called me, man. I was kind of called over. Man, hello, everybody. Stepchild, read the bell. 21 Southern Cal, looking for conditions. 21 Southern Cal, want to know if you can. Hey, you say you can't quit love?
Hey, 21 Southern Cal, 21 Southern California, you got conditions in East Tennessee. 21, Southern California, Preacher Man with the live gate rolling. Break.
Go, I'll see you. Bye.
Preacher man, he can't
You gotta go to Texas, you wanna get to Alabama. Hey, preacher man, you wanna get to Tennessee, you gotta come to Texas. Stepchild say bye.
Hey, 21 in California, it got rough and tough that time around, man. But I definitely did hear you coming back there at the beginning of the key. Hey, 21, Southern California, Preacher Man, Tennessee, listening.
I show you my toes and butter beans. I got some dozen pots and encouragement out there cooking. And I'm gonna walk around with some corn liquor. What you want to hey, Preacher Man, so rolling on the driveway in Texas. Bye. Slow motion. Hey, slow motion. You live in living color in JD's Watergates. Break. There it is. Look at you out that way, man. I got some Uncle Jesse Supersonic Lines car, and I'm gonna kick back 10-6 on the side. I'll see you. Bye.
Evening time up here, 555. Hey, 555, old Doc Holiday. Just getting everything.
Hey, slow motion, man. It got rough and tough in there. Got bigger than it sure did, man. But I did hear you key up and say slow motion. Hey, slow motion. Mother Nature ain't working for us tonight, big brother. Hey, slow motion. Preacher Man back on the mail.
Hey, Pound Buddy. I tried to put a couple pounds in that puppy right about now. Good evening, Pound. My friend Pound Puppy on the east side. Got down.
Hey, slow motion. I heard you say slow motion diesel train, and Stepchild rode up in there and said, can he hold it? Oh, Lord, slow motion. What's Stepchild doing? Slow motion, Preacher Man back on the mail.
Black eyed skin, watch me outside the double-legged head. Put it on you later, Preacher Man. Stepchild said the boy moving too slow. Bye.
Bye, Stepchild. Bye.
How about it, Preacher Man, slow motion? Bumblebee, Stepchild,
I heard you roll up in there, slow motion. Hey, slow motion. I heard you roll up in there, man. That's for sure. Hey, slow motion. Let me try and turn the house a little bit. Let me see what that'll do right there. Hey, slow motion, Preacher Man, trying to look your way.
Hey, Preacher Man, tell him he moved too slow. Why should he move too slow? Preacher Man, say he moving too slow. Yelling him off, in the back wheels, got down.
I guess it just ain't our time to turn and burn, slow motion, that's for sure. Hey, slow motion, it just ain't our time to turn and burn. And Stepchild said you moving too slow. Hey, slow motion, Preacher Man on the Smoky Hills. And while I got this thing fired down, I'm going to take this show down to Channel 11. Oh, Preacher Man moving around the band with the video game. Bye.
Hey, Preacher Man, you go on the track, boy. That was my conditions. My antenna kind of set on the track in the bowl. Boy, you go on the track, I'll plug yourself in there. Take care of Preacher Man. Stepchild said, it ain't time for slow motion to move. Bye.
Bye, Stepchild. Good to put it on you, man. Stepchild, you 10 ain't straight, man. That's for sure. Always a pleasure when you come up in my receive. Stepchild, preacher man, gone.
Yeah.
Hey, preacher man. Yeah, I'm not a preacher man. We use 624 Southeast Arkansas, working a weaky, squeaky base station to a best camera that we got there, Roger.
624 Arkansas. 624 Arkansas. You the last time I'm gonna key, man. Hey, 624, I heard you roll up in there in fine style. Preacher man, Tennessee, and we're moving on.
Preacher man. Preacher man. Worldwide preacher man. I'm gonna sit around and see what happens next. Like I said, I work a weaky, squeaky base station.
Bumblebee 10, 20. Bye. Hey, 27. Bye.
That baby driver 241 in the pound. I'm trying to see what it was out there when that baby driver 241 in the pound got down.
Hey, 241. Hey, 241, I'm going to bum it down and see if I can get up in your receive. 241, preacher man, Smoky Hills, break.
If they don't move, they won't get hurt. Hey, 911, if they don't move, they won't get hurt. 911, Charlie Brown got down.
Hey, Charlie Brown, preacher man, Tennessee with the gate. Charlie Brown, preacher man, Tennessee, rolling that live video gate. Break.
No doubt about it, but I'm going to say good evening time. 241, top side of the power, got down.
Tennessee. Maybe that's why everything sounded different. Copper Top, northwest corner of Arkansas, sitting back.
You got a copy on the 544 out here in West Texas?
Hey, Copper Top on the northwest corner of Arkansas. Preacher man on the east end of 10. Let's go.
Well, I heard somebody calling me, but I didn't catch the 28. Try it again, Copper Top listening.
Maybe, but I heard you say.
Hey, Copper Top, just preacher man. Copper Top, preacher man on the Smoky Hills.
Get back on 241, but it was a half-dead rough on my receive, no doubt about it. Good evening time to you. I'm going to see what Mother Nature got going.
If don't nobody move, won't nobody get hurt. While you keep the rope tight, my word is, if don't nobody move, won't nobody get hurt. At 45, if anybody move, they will get hurt. 45, Charlie Brown got down. Audio. Hello, 911 32 in the main. 32 should come out. Audio. 911 32 should come out.
A32, preacher man, Smoky Hills. 32, preacher man, Smoky Hills. Break.
Got it on, cause you said it all. No strain, no pain. You're doing your thing in the center lane. Feet on my bag, just got to make it back down to the ground. Hey, Mr. P, to the loop. I'm through with you. Back down. Hey, I tell you what's going on in the bayou, because all this world in the BYU there, I guarantee most of you, all this world, hope the same on your end, my brother. Old Star Cloud trying to get it right. 827, ain't call you Charlie, go have some trouble. Oh, 27, Stepchild said, man, preacher man, I ain't coming back, I'm going back in the Bluetooth. Preacher man, 32 is 10-7. Come on!
All right, 32. Hey, 32. 32, Preacher Man heard you. 32, Preacher Man heard you. You live on the video gate. 32, Preacher Man back at it.
And I will keep the groove moving. Roll and enjoy your weekend. World Class Star Child in the BYU. You Preacher Man, baby. Hey, 27. Hey, 27, you tell that Camille leave my Camille Uncle Charlie Brown off. Hey, 27, you tell that Camille to leave my Camille Uncle Charlie Brown off while I cut his Camille head off. Take it to 27, Mike Jones, get down. Hey, that's right. You put on your lady, enjoy the weekend, my brother. I know one thing. I'm not you got you hey, killer.
Hey, Mike Jones. Hey, Mike Jones. Look at Preacher Man in 10. Mike Jones, Preacher Man, Smoky Hills, break.
Bye. Stepchild, big horn. Take your 24. Hey, 27, take your. Hey, 27, take your. I'm going to the 21. Mount this evening. But you tell them come in and leave. And Mayberry, I'm gonna come out here and cut the cat me a lip shot. Take your 27, Mike Jones. I see you. Bye. Hey, Mike, here goes Stepchild. Hey, Mike, Stepchild. Oh, Mike Jones, Stepchild saying, what's going on? Hey, Mike. Mike, call me if you hear me. Stepchild, Mobile, calling, baby. Don't wait on him, Mike. Stepchild hitting on the backside, baby.
Hey, Preacher Man. Hey, Preacher Man, what's your sermon about this afternoon? Good evening to you. Otis and Mayberry standing by, Michael.
Hey, Otis, this what the sermon about. Hey, Otis, Preacher Man says, chapter 1, verse 1, thou must talk to thy radio. Hey, Otis, hey, Mayberry, that's what I'm doing. I'm talking to my radio, and you the one in it. Hey, Otis, Preacher Man, Tennessee, let's go.
Preacher Man, I asked for it and you told it. Hey, Preacher Man, I asked for it and you told it. Chapter 1, verse 1, talk to your radio. Hey, Preacher Man in Tennessee, Otis is right back. What's up?
I tell you what's up, come bigger. You what's up. Hey, Otis, you are what's up right now, man. I'm telling you what, man. You come on rolling up in there in fine style, that's for sure. Hey, Otis, you must be the lead singer with no backup because they nobody behind you. Hey, Otis, Preacher Man, Tennessee, say you all by yourself in my radio.
Hey, Preacher Man, well, I appreciate Mother Nature letting me ease up there around Tennessee and get in your radio, and I do appreciate the big boy standing by while she let me do it, no doubt about it. But that's the way you rolling coming down Interstate 55 in Mayberry. Hey, Preacher Man, evening time, weekend wave. Otis in my studio in Mayberry.
Condition, man. I ain't got condition with you. Hello, kick-ass, Stepchild, Mobile, baby.
Alright, Otis, I slow-keyed that time, man. I had a slow key that time, man. I seen who that was that come in there a little bit behind you there. That was Stepchild in there. Oh, Stepchild got a hammer down too, but you rolling right on through. Hey, Otis, good to put it on you, man, for sure. Till we do it again. Otis and Mayberry. Oh, yeah, man, check it out. JD's Watergates live and in living color. You own it, man. You own it. You all up on it. And JD's Watergates on Facebook. Otis and Mayberry, Preacher Man, Tennessee. Just whipping these 12 Japanese soldiers around, making them talk. And we got down. Bye, Otis.
80 miles from you at home. 80 miles from you at home. What about that make the trip to that black truck in the bug out? How about that black truck around the bug out?
Gunsmoke Slim, Preacher Man on the east end of 10, break.
Hey, said, bye. How tall are you? Hey, Preacher Man. How tall are you? I put that crosshair right on you there. I was leave it off you. Hey, my Preacher Man, how tall is old Gunsmoke Slim, Preacher Man, Otis and Nose and Breaker? Yeah, but I'm coming back.
Otis, you say you talk Gunsmoke Slim? Hey, Otis, you said you talk Gunsmoke Slim. Is that what I heard, Preacher Man with a hearing problem?
I want to know how tall you are. hey, Preacher Man, I didn't want to know how tall you are. I could know just how high I had to reach to take them guns. Preacher Man, Breaker.
Hey, Gunsmoke Slim, Otis and Mayberry want to know how tall you are. Hey, Gunsmoke Slim, Otis and Mayberry said, how tall are you? Boy, you said you slow keyed that time, Otis. You said you slow keyed that time, man. And I don't even think he keyed up, man. But anyway, man, it did get rough and tough in there. But Otis, man, you still coming in there, man. I still heard every word you said, man. That's for sure. Otis and Mayberry, Preacher Man in 10, and we're listening.
Yeah, you Preacher Man. Maybe he don't want to tell his height. Hey, Preacher Man, you know how some people are. They don't want to tell their age. They don't want to tell their height. And that's all kinds of stuff. Hey, Preacher Man, but you walking on school just coming down Interstate 55. Ain't no doubt about it. Hey, just the P Doctor 444. He was a Tennessee. Hey, Preacher Man. Preacher Man, I think I did some social video. Hey, Preacher Man, Copper Top, Northwest Corner, Arkansas.
Hey, Copper Top, I heard you roll up in there, man. Hey, Copper Top, I heard you roll up in there, man, out of Northeast Arkansas. Preacher Man, Tennessee, listening.
Yeah, it got real quiet here, Preacher Man, and all of a sudden you just come in there like gangbusters. Anyway, Preacher Man, I hope things are going for the car. And see if I can't drive it. A real good killer, Copper Top returning. Hey, killer, I'm in the Bayou Country, and I'm back quiet.
Alright, Copper Top. Alright, Copper Top, yeah, man, I tried hollering at you earlier, man, but it was just rough and tough in there, man. And I couldn't quite get it back to you. But anyway, Mr. Copper Top with that smooth sounding audio, man, sounding choice, man, sounding good around my hood on the east end of 10. Hey, Copper Top, this old Preacher Man whipping these 12 Japanese soldiers around. Break.
Well, it sounds like you got them 12 Japanese soldiers all in a line. Kind of got a little ducks in a row there. Hey, Preacher Man, appreciate you coming in there and spending a little time with me. Enjoy the weekend till we can do it again. Preacher Man, Copper Top, we're going to let you do it.
Alright, Copper Top. I appreciate the bump down, man. I sure do, man. You sounding 10-8 straight around the east end of 10. Hey, Copper Top, Preacher Man, and we're back on the mail.
All right, Joe Preacher Man, Copper Top, click. Yeah. Preacher Man, 983 in the big horn, they waving, buddy.
983, I seen you waving out there, that's for sure. Hey, 983 in the big horn. Preacher Man said, let's talk about it.
Hey, Preacher Man, Slow Motion said he ain't gonna be able to get it back. Hello, Preacher Man, Slow Motion. Preacher Man, Slow Motion, by BYU, right about you, coach.
Hey, Slow Motion. Slow Motion said he ain't gonna be able to get it back. And you was right, Slow Motion. Hey, slow motion, it was a little rough and tough out there earlier, man. I heard you every time you key up and holler at me, man, but I just couldn't get it back. Hey, slow motion, your friend, the preacher man, kicking them 12 Japanese soldiers around on the Smoky Hills.
Hey, preacher man, that wasn't nothing but Mother Nature, man. Hey, preacher man, that wasn't nothing but Mother Nature. It wasn't your fault. Hey, preacher man, slow motion said it wasn't your fault. Break.
Oh, I know it wasn't, man. Oh, I know it was just Mother Nature because I be running that Mo Watts. You know what I'm talking about. And if the Mo Watts can't do it, then it has to be Mother Nature. Hey, slow motion, preacher man, working them 12. No, it ain't a Mo Watts either. It's just 1, 2, 3. I lied because it's the Japanese. Hey, slow motion, preacher man on that 1, 2, 3 build technology.
Hey, preacher, you know I'm running the Mowat too. Hey, preacher, you know I'm running the Mowat too. 1, 2, 3 build technology. Hey, preacher, I'm running the Mowat too. 1, 2, 3 build. 16 pills of raw steel. Bye.
Mo Watts 16 pill putting it down too, come figure that's for show. Yeah, like I said, man, I lied. I ain't Mo Watts, I'm just 1, 2, 3 bill. I still got them old Japanese soldiers in there. But when they decide they don't want to march no more, it's gonna say Mo Watts across the front. Slow motion from one 1, 2, 3 operator to another, sounding 10-8 and straight. On my gate, slow motion, preacher man says, listen to it in JD's page. You know, you been there. And you're going to jump up and down when you hear how you sound. Slow motion, preacher man on the Smoky Hills, at it again.
410 Roger on that preacher man. Hey, preacher man, I sure appreciate you Watergate, man. Hey, preacher man, hey, 50 years, man, we get down to the top of the question. Preacher man, why you got that Watergate? Oh, preacher man, me and my Mohawk, come here.
Alright, slow motion. Hey, Copper Top, you rolled up in there and said you got a question. Bring it on.
Yeah, I was just wondering about them. Preacher, slow motion said he ain't gonna be able to get it now. Hey, preacher, slow motion said 4 pushing 8.
No, it's I got 4 driving 12, Copper Top. 4 driving 12. Hey, Copper Top, preacher man said I got 4 driving 12.
Oh, they answered my question there, preacher man. You know, you gotta have somebody pushing them guys around, because they ain't gonna want to do it on their own. You know how it is. But I do appreciate you answering my question, preacher man. Copy that. I'm not even gonna share with what kind of soldiers you got. I'm not even gonna share that with nobody. Anyway, preacher man, Copper Top. Bye.
Bye, Copper Top. Bye. Hey, slow motion, you know I had to do it, man. You know I had to talk to my radio, man. Hey, slow motion, I was talking to my radio.
Hey, son, hard man. I was listening to you. Yesterday, throbbing on the hall. I don't remember. But man, you was on me. I could not get your attention. 61, Copper Top returning.
Boy, there's a mess in there that time. I heard both of y'all roll up in there that time. I heard both of you roll up in there that time, boy. That was a mess. The gate don't lie. Y'all go watch it. Preacher man, Copper Top, slow motion. We back at it.
I'll tell you what, 61. Listening to you was slow key, stuff. But I could not get your attention. But I'm awful proud that you took the time today to listen up. Copper Top returning. No!
You slow key. Man, it's rough and tough out there, that's for sure. Slow motion, preacher man back at it.
Tier 61, once again, thanks a lot for coming in there waving a hand. We do appreciate it. At least we got keyed off the back door. I know we're not as loud and fine as we should be, but we're working on it. 61, Copper Top. You have a good weekend coming up, so we can do it again. Copper Top, northwest corner of Arkansas. We're done.
That was rough and tough. All I heard slow motion was you slow keyed at the back door, and it was all him. But anyway, slow motion, your friend, the preacher man on the east end of 10, and we're gonna sit back and copy the mail.
Hey, Soul Survivor. Soul Survivor, no 27 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 319 out of Magnolia. Say hello. And I'm gonna get my knee to bumping. 319, sitting in the mag. I'm gone. Out the back door, westbound, hammer down, westbound, hammer down. Hey, preacher, that's out the back door, so you know what'll happen if I turn around. Hey, preacher, out the back door, gone.
Westbound back door, westbound back door. I heard you roll up in there, man. I sure did. There's somebody out there in the Magnolia rolled up in there too, man. He took sole control of my radio. He wasn't talking to me though, but he rolled up in there and took sole control of my radio. Slow motion, your friend, the preacher man, listening.
I'ma get out your head. I'ma get out your head, preacher man. 319 in the mag. I'm 10-7 and gone. That kind of pick out you.
Hey, 319, you alright, man. You alright, man. We just talking out here.
This has been rough and tough on my receipt. Hey, 171. Go get your name called. Copper Top returning. Bye, 27. Bye, 27. I didn't want to plug my good friend's ears down there in New Orleans, so I'm going to back it on down. Penalty leader 27. 319 in the mag. I'm gone. Getting out here and just crawling and scratching some big dogs. 171, Copper Top returning. Copper Top got the power way down up here in these smoky hills. Ain't no doubt about it. Boy, there's no boogeyman, told him, man. You have a real good evening. Hope things are going the way you would like them to. Until we can do it again, I'll let you know. All right, you know, get back on 911 and Copper Top. Get back on 911, 32, man. 171, Copper Top. 8, 911, 32, 911, 32, 911, 32. Go! I was just trying to tell Stickman that his audio sounded funny. Hey, Johnny, you got a mow down, Cotton Picker, but I didn't hear Stickman coming back. Come on. All I got is all I got the belt on. Take that 911, you.
Chief walking, talking, Chief walking, talking around the big horn. Preacher man, east end of 10, break.
Y'all gonna make me start a war again. I'm in a war with Johnny. Y'all want me to start a war again. His preacher, Stick man, hey, Stick man, take care, man. I'm gonna wave that big troll in the Carolina while that cut me jumping up and down. Somebody either want all of them to be two one.
Man, it was rough and tough in there that time. It was rough and tough in there that time. I heard about 3 voices and I couldn't make out who each one of them was. But anyways, ain't nobody but Preacher Man with the live Watergate rolling in JD's Watergate. Break.
Hey, 146. old Chief Walker talking down there to Texas, Baker.
Chief walking, talking, Chief walking, talking out of Texas. Preacher man, Tennessee, waving.
Do a bull cream commercial, a little damn Korea. Oh man, talking about throwing water under the bus, a little devil. Man, Copper Top said it. So appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to work this old dog on me on
Alright, Copper Top. You still coming in there in fine style. Preacher man said it, and we gone.
I'm down around the downside of the big white country, no doubt about it. I've been trying to work this old dog on modulator, this old Joe Gun, I guarantee you. And a worldwide 146. Worldwide Chief Walker Talker, Walker Talker, Walker Talker. Oh, Chief Walker Talker, Walker Talker USA, getting down.
That modulator and that Joe Gun doing his thing on the Smoky Hills. That modulator and that Joe Gun doing his thing on the Smoky Hills. Preacher man back out.
I heard somebody mention my name, but I didn't catch the 28. I apologize. But I did hear somebody out there, they were talking about 146. That's an old Bill Cream commercial, and Preacher let that one go. They throw themselves under the bus. But whoever that was waving the hand, we're not waving the hand right back at you. We didn't catch the 28. Copper Top, northwest corner of Arkansas, sitting back. I'm getting down and gone. Just pick up. Hello, Stickman 281 out the bank door. Stickman 281 trying to pay. I may have got them numbers all jumbled up. I thought it was 635, and then I thought, no, that's not it either. But I know there's a 6, 3, and a 5. But we're going to go with that for right now. Copper Top sitting by. Hey, 444, I'm not trying to plug no in. Ain't no way I'm plugging no in right there with that. Stickman 281 got a Watergate rolling. Stickman 281, break where the wheel. I'm sitting back there plugging in, and I'm working this damn 250B on it.
281, Preacher man. 281, Preacher man. 281, Preacher man, get on that gate. Break.
There it is right there, Preacher man. Hey, Preacher man, yes, you can get on my Watergate when you do it like this. Hey, Preacher man, yes, you can get on 281 Watergate when you do it just like that. Hey, Preacher man, I like how you cleaned up my radio. Hello, Preacher man, 281. I hate it.
Hey, 281, you back at it now. Hey, 281, Mother Nature turned back around for you now. Hey, 281, I cleaned yours, you'll clean mine. 281, ain't nobody but Preacher man whipping them 12 Japanese soldiers on the Smoky Hills getting on up. Stepchild, you still got conditions in the Smoky Hills. Stepchild, Preacher man, break.
Why, you 27? Yeah, Preacher man. I know it's so. I'm all right to welcome you. And I know you keep the 12 soldiers in line. Preacher man, Copper Top, bye.
Boy, I heard Stepchild coming back in there, and I heard Copper Top rolling up in there too. I appreciate the flowers there, Copper Top. I sure do, man. Stepchild, you better pump it up. Preacher man, Tennessee, listening.
You and the family well. Hey, Preacher man, Copper Top. I'm gonna be on the side here and let you do your thing so I can listen to your talk show. Copper Top, northwest corner of Arkansas. Bye.
Bye, Copper Top. Bye.
For the cover. Hey, for the cover. Go home. It's time for him to get out that pickup truck and go home on that cat making in. Put it on your lady 27. Hope you had a 4th of July, a good 4th of July on that end. 27 ain't nobody but Chucky in Chuckyville, and I'm 30 miles northwest of that cat nigga. I'll see you. Bye.
Hey, Chucky. Preacher Man on the east end of 10. Hey, Chucky, Preacher Man on the east end of 10. Break.
Talking with this old 250 me and this old Joe Gun and Stepper.
Hey, say, man, you tell old 281 he better watch those platinum tires on that diesel wagon. Hey, Stick Man, you tell 281 he better watch your man, boy, tires on that diesel wagon. I'll see you.
Hey, 27, that'll hold him down right there, man. I'm gonna cut his mobile off right there, man. That'll hold him right there. I ain't gonna stay long, but that'll hold that cat nigga right there. Tell that cat nigga go home and get some sleep on that end and let that engine cool off. Tell him go home, get some sleep and let that engine cool off. Hello, Preacher Man. I heard you too, big brother. I'm talking bigger. I'm getting down.
Alright, Chucky, I appreciate the bump down, man. You got sole control of my radio, Chucky Espo Show. Hey, Chucky, ain't nobody but Preacher Man on the east end of 10.
Cat me, you all off in there. Hey, Super 7, what you mean somebody finna get hurt, cat man? Hey, Super 7, what you mean somebody finna get hurt? Hey, Super 7, Chief. Hey, Stick Man. Hey, Stick Man. Hey, Stick Man, look at 281 right there. Hey, Stick Man, 281 said, come here. Somebody gonna get hurt, but it ain't gonna be me. Stepchild Mobile is crying. Hey, Ron, Super 7, you say somebody finna get hurt? Somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody gonna get hurt, but it won't be Stepchild. Bye-bye. Hello, 27, 281, diesel train, come here. Tell them Stepchild, say somebody gonna get hurt, but it won't be me. Hello, Duck Killer, Stepchild in the big horn, bye. Y'all got 281 radio tore up. I can't understand nobody. I heard Duck Killer, I heard 22, I heard Stick Man. Oh, I'm going tipsy. 281. Hey, bye, Super 7, Chief Walker, cover.
I'll clean up that radio. Hey, 281, I'll come in there and clean up that radio. Hey, 281, radio cleanup, aisle 11. Radio cleanup, aisle 11. Preacher Man, Smoky Hills, back out.
That diesel wagon.
By 27. I made the bars and you. On the drive with the mobile, I made the bars and you get sick. Somebody gonna kill me. Before you get them goddamn kid on me. Johnny Taylor. Oh, Chief Walker, talker, big on country. Say, talk to me, breaker. Oh, Stepchild, say, 10. Say, 27.
I guess I got no conditions there around 27 Virginia with his baby driver. I'm going to sit by here and listen. Cowboy Johnson, Northwest corner of Arkansas. We're done. Good copy, Pistol Pete. I'm getting up.
about Mother Nature and all that.
Mobile, get down.
Hello out there around 27285. Hello out there around 27285. Preacher man with a live gate rolling. Break.
You saying, man, you still here raising bleed? I want to know, bang. I'm just wondering if you were still here, and I was just testing my mother nature, if you will. 043 in the Bayou, even there.
Hey 043, you still got conditions around East Tennessee. Hey 043, preacher man waving one more time.
Somebody in North Carolina, I'm surprised you hear me at all. I'm pointing due north, and you pretty good east of it, but 628 or 043 with the wave.
But when you keyed up there, I cleaned up my receivers.
Ain't got my dog reading on that now.
Yeah, I'm going a little bit to the east. I got a problem. I can't point due east at the moment, but it's only a couple of degrees that way, but you sure came up real good. I didn't catch you 28, man. What's your numbers?
Hello out there 27285. Hello out there 27.285. Preacher man with a live video gate rolling in JD's Watergates. Break.
Boy, is that the same Watergate, preacher man, or you got a new one?
Oh, Roger, Phantom 3 on.
We still running the same one, man. We still running the same one. We going long on this one.
Good, yeah, you probably could have stayed due north where I was.
Man, I still like that reverb better than 38, bang it out.
Absolutely, sir. Nah, I'm not razor blade. I just finished eating and had everything warming up. Probably one of my first couple of keys when you first heard me.
I heard somebody out there keying up around New Mexico. I heard somebody way back in there in New Mexico. Preacher man, Tennessee, looking.
Yeah, I keep a close eye on everything. I know where everything should be, and not to say I couldn't give a screen because it happens, but I usually pick up on it quick. But Bell 309 sounded real good, man. I'm gonna go ahead and ease back a little bit. Phantom 309 sounding good in the Bayou Country on 043. The big plate modulator mud dog reading the mail.
7 around Maine.
How about it down there in the bayou? How about it down there in Louisiana? Up here in the state of Maine, we're trying to break up.
Spin around to the northeast, too.
Maybe I key him in, you know that, like always. To make that contact. In the northeast corner of 427. You mean Island now?
Hello out there 427. Hello 427, state of Maine. Preacher man, East Tennessee. Break.
Hey, buddy, dude, I could die.
Heard that, G8. And we heard that station from Tennessee. Bring her back one more time.
Hey 427, it's only the preacher man. 427, it's only the preacher man. Break.
Feel like a free
I'll
party.
tell you what, man. Preacher man. Always a pleasure to talk to you. You know that, man. Always sounding good, man. 427 around Maine. Your friend. Bye-bye.
427. Hey, 427, just to let you know, I got a live video gate rolling in JD's Watergates page, man. But you own it, loud and proud. 427, Preacher Man, back on the side.
I appreciate it, preacher man. I appreciate it. Doing what we can with this little 2950 there, Roger. You over.
Roger on the 2950. Well, anyways, always sounding good around my hood. 427, Preacher Man, back on the side.
Bye.
Hello, Phantom 309.
No doubt about it. Old Rabbit, you know, Rabbit Radio. Hop, brother.
Roger that, Mr. 804. We got it all and he said it all. Yeah, she's definitely dancing around out there in the world of sound, but glad to put the speak and smoke on you. Here we do it again, 73. Look like
Coming in here, Stephen.
Hello, 243. Hello, 243, Preacher Man, waving.
Oh, that's a big 10-4 Roger there, Preacher Man. 243's waving right back to you, my friend. How you doing?
We're doing just fine, man. Doing just fine. Just hanging out, talking to DX, man. Got a little live video gate rolling here on Facebook, man. And you're loud and proud in it. Mr. 243, Preacher Man, back on the Smoky Hills.
That's a big 10-4 Roger there, Preacher Man. Well, you're doing the same up here around the pine trees with me, Preacher Man. I appreciate the flowers and same right back to you. 243's back on the side. Click.
243, the Tower of Power out there.
DX Land, Telegas, 35. We hear you down there in Love Country. It's a little rough and tough, but we got you in there between the key ups. 243's waving at you.
Waving in to say howdy, good evening, Telegas 35, Texas, reading your mail.
That's obviously not the talk to the wolf. We know that right now.
I appreciate
Looking to talk to people in the
Brand on the band, they call me Tom. Oh, hell yeah. Man, zigzag rolling on.
Roger that, 19. We got you in there as well, my friend. 243 up here in the sticks of Maine, waving a hand.
fucking shit.
That's a fine thing. Well, you sound good out there, Professor. Hey, Professor, you sound good over here in Oklahoma. Professor, Mr. Professor, oh, zigzag.
10-4 there, 1911. We got it all, and you said it all. Appreciate them flowers, and same right back to you. 243's back to reading the mail.
In Texas.
Well, I guess 243 is getting out right about now. I hear a bunch of stations coming back. Mr. 804, you're still blowing smoke up here in the northeast. 243 is back on the side.
Roger. We all got the red ass down here in Texas. Yo, bush hog with a weekend wave. Last side, he's not pointed at you. Fucking Friday nights, probably all partying.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, you will.
6406, Wichita Falls, Texas. Let's go.
That big.
Oh, man. Around Maine.
We're trying. of this little piece of shit.
We got 54 out there. I think you said 54. I don't want to block your number.
Wichita Falls.
Roger, Mr. 64.
Sorry about
My
that
apologies
thumping,
out
guys.
there
That's
in the
my
world of sound. Mr.
1955
64,
motor control.
43 skeleton.
34. Texas Drifter, come on.
Oh, out there around the big horn. Oh, out there around the big horn. Preacher man, Smoky Hills. Preacher man, Smoky Hills. Looking in the big horn. Break, break.
Top of the day, preacher, Mr. Blackwood.
Ah, Mr. Black, you rolled on up in there in fine style. That's for sure, man. Hey, Mr. Black, I got you on the video gate too there. Mr. Black, my friend, preacher man, back on the side.
Man, don't try to bump up the box. Let's see what I can do. Oh, 500. Drifter sitting out here in the old boat. 73 feet.
You take care, my friend, and I'll leave my numbers down here.
How about that professor?
Try and catch up with you.
That's Los Alamos. You got a copy on this?
Sands Missile Range out here. So I'm reading a mail.
65. I got a grip on you. I got a grip on you. Bring in the needle over here, Texas. 4-5, did it?
Yeah, my goodness, sir. We're just trying to wind up this Skywave DX 600T. Missile range, and I'm out.
Who is that out there at the White Sands Missile Range? Who is that at the White Sands Missile Range? Preacher man on the east end of Tennessee looking.
Oh, that's all right, though. She slapped it out. I'll just get right back up and try again.
Let you know.
Oh, out there, Professor. Oh, out there, Professor. Preacher man, Tennessee looking your way.
Up here, kind of stabilizing a little bit, so yeah, we're gonna step back. There's just too many people out there, and give them a chance to get through. The old professor out here, White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico, said it. I'm out.
Hey, Professor. Hey, Professor. Preacher man, Tennessee. Professor, Preacher man, Tennessee, and we're back out.
You got Oklahoma in there? Say it ain't so. I think the 43 is hearing things. But we're trying to get it back to you.
I heard somebody out there trying to come back to this old 554.
Yeah, you know, I hear it. Actually, a couple people coming back to me. I can't quite tell you. It's very heavy on this end right now, but we're going to stand by here for a bit. We're scraping here for a while, so yep, Professor out here, White Sands Missile Range, and we're standing by. Area.
Hello out there at White Sands Missile Range. Hello out there, Professor at the White Sands Missile Range. Preacher man on the east end of Tennessee looking your way.
I definitely hear you hollering. That I can hear. But I can't quite pull you out of there. There's so many of you in there at one time keying up talking to everybody else. It's just making a racket out there. Oh, 554 Texas Drifter. We're going to stand by.
Hey, 554 Texas. 554 Texas, Preacher Man, East Tennessee, break.
Yeah, that's right. It just doesn't look great. Out of that thing, but not pure, that was fun. On the side of Widowmaker, man, out of black up there. Easy ride up, man. 281. I let it mastermind around Kansas City. I let it real wide mastermind right here. Hey, mastermind, old Chief Walker talking nose and make a maker. 944, around Tucson, Arizona. Contact.
Hello 944, hello 944, Preacher Man, East Tennessee, 944, Preacher Man, East Tennessee.
281, got the arrow, bigger. Tennessee, you're sounding good. I'm out here. Oh, man, Chief Walker talking
Hey, 944, it got rough and tough in there, man. There's a couple of big hitters out there in the bayou and the big horn rolling up in there, too. But anyways, 944, I heard you coming back to the Preacher Man in East Tennessee. Until we can do it again, my friend. Preacher Man on the east end of 10, and we're listening.
You have a good evening there, sir. Hey, Preacher Man, who you listening to? 32, who you listening to? Hey, Preacher Man, 32, so who you listening to? Oh, Preacher Man, Tennessee, 32 in the marathon.
32 in the Magnolia, Preacher Man on the east end of 10.
You're raising us out a lot of sand. You're raising a lot of cane. Sound real good in the mag. Welcome to the weekend. I'm going to get on back in the Bluetooth. Preacher Man, 32 is back live.
Bye, 32, bye.
Bam, calling me that player. Just a little while ago, kind of bigger. But I'm having some technical difficulties going on around here. You like it? Sundays. That's like 554 around Illinois. Some of this, some of that, and a big old rock. Before I get there, you got the bell Mother Nature down there around Illinois, no doubt about it. But good evening, welcome to the weekend. Hey, Mr. 554, you got a small cover, your friend, Dr. Hook, and a big one waving, bagel.
Hello, out there, Dr. Hook. Hello, out there, Dr. Hook in the big horn, Preacher Man, Tennessee. Dr. Hook, Preacher Man, Tennessee. Break.
Big Mo Carolina, I ain't said nothing about no James and no Cotton Nigga Willie. I said some of this. I did not say nothing about no James and no Big Six or no Domino that the Cotton Nigga in. No Big Mo, Khaki, Lackeys. Some of this, some of that, and a big horn rocking on the mail.
Some of this, some of that. Some of this, some of that. Preacher Man, Tennessee. Break.
That you that big.